Tonight is Julia Child's probably most famous dish, beef bourguignon. I'm going to show you a few tips that I do to change it up a little bit to make it a little bit easier, but how good does that look?
Now, I've made this recipe so many times over the years, and even though I've done a few tweaks to it, we're still keeping all the flavors and all the warmth of this French classic. And just like any beef stew, dry the meat really well, season it, and then lightly coat it in flour. This helps form a great crust. I'm also using that delicious leftover bacon fat to cook the beef in, and this is the start of layering flavors. Take the time to get a good crust on the meat. You'll have to do it in batches, but it's worth it. And then once the beef is brown, set it aside and then add your vegetables and saute until softened. Not traditional, but certainly a wow moment. Carefully pour in a splash of cognac and let it burn off. I love the subtle sweetness that pairs so well with the mushrooms and herbs. And then once that's done, everything goes back in. The bacon, the beef, a generous pour of red wine. I also forgot to add tomato paste, so we're adding that in too. Some beef stock and fresh herbs. Cover it, and then from here, let the oven do the work. It needs at least 2 hours to cook low and slow so that beef becomes so tender and the sauce gets rich and glossy. And then while that's working, work on the mushrooms and pearl onions. Now, Julia cooks them separately in her original recipe, but if you can find frozen pearl onions, it cuts the time in half. And once the stew is done, add those buttery mushrooms right back to the stew and give everything a gentle stir. Serve alongside creamy mashed potatoes to soak up that luxurious red wine sauce, and pour yourself a glass of red wine. It doesn't get any more decadent than this. How good does that look?